Just got Cosmos being bad. Cosmos, are you being bad? Yeah? Who gave you the keys to the pantry, Cosmos? Was that the manager? Because Cosmos, I'm gonna have to take you out of there. Because you'll be eating everyone's food. Cosmos. Just June the 6th. Heading to work. What a day. Wow. 21 Celsius, but it feels like 51. It is just roasting out there. Holy cow. And I don't know why. It's just humidity, I suppose, but it's not really humid. It's just a really hot sun, or at least it feels hot as it is interacting with the earth in the atmosphere, somehow causing heat. So we know it's not a burning ball of gas up there. We know it's a light source. We don't know much else since we dismiss all heliocentric mainstream space authority information about what is up in the sky, such as sun, moon, and stars, aka the cosmos. So we are relearning everything, including light. I even don't think light travels. I think it's just a constant that exists. The notion that light is traveling at a certain speed seems to trouble me, because I don't think it does. Sorry to say. It's all in perception and how we are perceiving our surroundings. Anyway, I'll elaborate more, but just making a video. Okay, it is June the 6th. Time is 8:18. I'm in manual focus. I am zooming the sun again. See if I can see sunspots again. No filter due to the no glare sun from the deliberately set wildfires. Sorry to say, but I don't believe for a second these are a naturally occurring thing, although some are. I think the so-called government is deliberately setting them. Of course, I can't prove it. But why would I believe the government about anything? You lie about everything. So it seems to me like tonight, the sun is just too bright. I'm just going to play with the manual focus for a second now. Perhaps I can catch something. Okay, that's the sun here tonight at 8:20 p.m. June 7th. Let's go for the max. See what we get. Hopefully some sunspots again. Maybe new ones, maybe they've changed. So just a recent discovery of my most recent Facebook post was that the sun, apparently, the disk known as the sun, apparently rotates. Not actually, but apparently. It apparently rotates in a congruent fashion the same way the moon does. And we know this because now points of reference, aka sunspots, have been used to document the sun by myself and a good friend on Facebook, Dave Freedom, to show that the sun is apparently behaving in the same way that the moon does in its apparent rotation. Again, it's not actual, it's apparent. As the sun moves across the sky, the disk known as the sun, not the burning ball of gas, but the disk known as the sun, goes across the sky, it appears to rotate in a clockwise fashion here in the north. In the south, it will apparently rotate in the opposite direction, counterclockwise. At least that's my theory. I haven't documented it yet, because I'm not in the south. But if I was, that's what I'd be doing. Okay, so just going to zoom, play with the focus a bit. It's the max right there, and I'm not seeing the same sunspots as I did a few nights ago. I'm seeing different ones. And it doesn't look like the big one is there anymore, and nor does the cluster. So where are these new sunspots coming from? Is that possibly the big one up there now? And is that the cluster? You can tell, it almost looks like the sun has this slight convexity. And the reason we can say this now is because, have a look at that. The sunspots appear to be on a slight angle. So the disk known as the sun appears to be displaying the same traits as the moon would if it was full. It appears to be slightly like a convex plate. Of course, the heliocentrists will be salivating over that, saying, oh yeah, see, it's a ball. That's not a flipping ball. Look at that. They want you to believe that's flames. Burning balls of gas. Give me a break. Anyway, I'm going to go for another zoom. I'm going to stop this and start again. Look at all the spots tonight. Okay, so I think that's the big spot. I'm going to start there this time. Isn't that spectacular? So that's the big sunspot right there. It looks like the cluster has changed, the one above it. Man, isn't that something? The only reason I can film this, again, is because of wildfire smoke obscuring the sun. I'm going to pan back for fun, just so we can get a broader view of what we're looking at. Again here tonight, June 7th. This is the 6th time I've filmed sunspots. It's just amazing. I'm going to try to go for that top left portion again. Just littered with sunspots. I'm staring at it with my bare eyes, and I'm sitting barefoot, earthing as it's known. Just going to play with the focus just a little bit. Now it's out of focus, now it's going to come back in. Just that very fine moment where it's in focus. Remember, they want you to think that tens of thousands of Earths can fit in those sunspots. Give me a break. The sun is close to us. The sun is small. It's not a burning ball of gas. It's an unknown mystery. That's the truth. It could be a concentration of light. It could be plasma. It could be a hologram. It could be an energetic node. At this moment, we really don't know. We're learning as much as we can every time we observe it. We're hypothesizing online with those minds who are awake and want to pay attention and disregard the space authority, who have been unequivocally lying to us, tricking us, deceiving us, fraudulent organizations wanting you to believe in space and crap like the moon is a place to go where you can play golf and telephone the president. Get lost. Calmly going in for a nice zoom again and playing with the focus on my remote. Thanks to Ron Hagberg for teaching me that. Thank you, Ron. I had no idea my remote could do autofocus and play with the focus. It's not as clear as it was a couple nights ago, but that's cool. It's fine. It's still spectacular, isn't it? I'm so glad I'm uploading this tonight and sharing it with the truth community who wants to learn and not be told what it is. And that includes the mainstream flat earth truth community. Yes, I'm talking about the nonsense A.E. Gleason Masonic fake model, the psychological operation Flat Earth. They never get caught with their pants down, and the Great Awakening is no different. So I do not unite under a dichotomy of falsities. Sorry, mate. The sun does not move in a giant circle every day. People living in the south can verify this. The sun does a contrary arc to what the circle shows us. The sun does not magically speed up along the Tropic of Capricorn to maintain a 24-hour day. And if you are standing at the equator on the equinoxes, the sun moves in a straight line, and there are no straight lines on a circle. That's the truth. So, don't fall for the mainstream flat earth nonsense. Our realm appears like a topographically horizontal, motionless plane of shared consciousness reality. That's all we know. Isn't that cool? There goes our sun, away from us. We don't know where it's going. Somehow, another sun comes up the next day, or towards us. It's not going around, and it's not going around a ball either. Anyway, I think my sun rant is complete. I just wanted to document the changing sunspots. Isn't it spectacular? That's a close sun. Sorry, it's not 93 million miles away, and those are not flames. Shimmering exactly like the moon does. Twin luminaries in our sky. Could they be electric and magnetic? Maybe. It's fun to figure it out, isn't it? Anyway. Hope you enjoyed. June 7th, 2023. It's west of Toronto. All kinds of vehicles. I think that's Buzz Aldrin up there in his dune buggy on the sun this time. Donkey that he is. What a clown. Anyway, I'm going to go for a little bit of a manual focus adjustment. It's just too difficult, so pan back. But yeah, you can see now the big spot has disappeared, but I'm going for the max. It's so windy, that's why the image is shaky. But anyway, I did see sunspots and they appeared to be the same as they were last night. But now I can at least zoom on the upper ones for a few minutes anyway before the sun goes away from me. Apologize about the shakiness, that's the wind. Got a quick little bird. All kinds of action on our close sun. Close small sun. It's the max right there. I just wish it was less windy. Anyway. Just too windy for but you can enjoy that at least. Sunspots on the apparent sun as it goes away from us, just south of the Tropic of Cancer. 8:30, June 6th, 43.5 degrees north latitude, west of Toronto by an hour. staring at the sun barefoot in my at-home pants. What a treat, looking at the sun, the real sun, and not the nonsense sun that NASA gives us with its burning flames in deep space. That's just a lie. The sun is close to us. Get off the pot. We know it is. The moon and sun are close to us, okay? Heliocentric mainstream science is an absolute lie. The cosmos is right here. We do not move. The sun and moon and cosmos move. Okay, I just filmed the sun. There it goes. 8:30, June 6th, 2023. Okay, so just briefly touching upon what I was talking about earlier, we now have recorded points of reference on the sun at two different times. Points of reference meaning sunspots, treating them similarly as we would moon craters, to demonstrate how the sun appears to rotate. Apparent rotation, not actual rotation, but apparent rotation. It's all relative to the observer. And what I mean is, if you observe, let's say, the half moon at noon and have someone, say, 6,000 or 7,000 miles away observe the moon at the same time, it will appear at a different angle. It's not actually rotating. It's the same moon. It just appears different to the observer. And now we know that the sun behaves congruently, aka the same way that the moon does. It apparently rotates. So we can treat the sun as a disk, the same thing as the moon. It appears to rotate. It appears to be a disk, not a burning ball of gas, 93 million miles away. And the moon is not a dusty rock, 286,000 miles away. So we've been able to show apparent rotation of the sun and the moon.
We live in a kinetic machine. Kinesis. I mean, can we hear each other's thoughts? Yes. Can we? Yeah, look, all of this stuff is real. And the more you know it, I guess the more power you get from it. Because, again, the name of the Lord, the law of spirit, the law of electricity, is truth. But it's the frequency of truth in your heart. And anyone can just dribble stuff. That doesn't do it for the law. The law can see through that because we're just, plasma meat suits. So it's all about this spirit frequency of truth. And that's the key to the ether and manifestation.